Forms that are here, so each one will regarding the rule book.
First of all, I want to warmly thank the Vanua and the people of Korovou for their traditional welcome. Nowadays, these ceremonies are a part of the continuity of our culture and a source of intense national pride. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here in Korovou for the opening of the Northland Farmers Co-operative Retail Store. This is actually a great day for Korovou town, as the opening of the outlet will enable farmers in the province of Korovou and nearby areas to purchase farming tools, equipment, seed, cattle feed and other farming products right here in Korovou instead of travelling to Nosori and Suva. And I know one person will be very happy to hear all this news, the Honourable Minister for Agriculture in Yaseratu. Today's event, ladies and gentlemen, is an example of a cooperative investment, complemented by the hard work and the support of its members. And such cooperation and collaboration are truly encouraging, and I urge you, all the members of the Northland Farmers Co-operative, to continue with the wonderful work. Over the last 7 decades or so, cooperatives have actually evolved significantly, with about 1,089 cooperatives registered in Fiji. The emphasis now is on more resource-based rather than consumer. And for the past 5 years, on average, 20 new resource-based cooperatives are actually registered each year. The Fijian government recognizes the important role of micro and small and medium enterprises and the role that they play in the economy and economy. We are also to be resilient to external shocks, and special attention has been given to the cooperative model, and especially in terms of the crucial contribution that cooperatives actually make to the Fijian economy. And you certainly are a shining example to the rest of the cooperatives around Fiji. The Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism, through the Department of Cooperative Business, is responsible for formulating and implementing policies and strategies to facilitate promotion, registration and the monitoring of cooperative businesses in Fiji. The department also is responsible for training and upskilling of cooperative society members, as well as providing advisory services. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is in line with our 5-year and our 20-year national development plan, which sets the foundation for an inclusive Fiji, where all Fijians are given an equal opportunity to earn a better livelihood. With the goal of promoting equal opportunities and access to basic services and building resilient communities, we will continue working towards strengthening cooperatives' institutional capacities. As some of you already know, or may know, our economy, for the first time in Fiji's history, has grown positively for 9 consecutive years. And we are getting this unprecedented growth because of the Fijian government's sound economic policies. Government knows how to run a modern economy, just as you have learned how to run a modern cooperative. So we are creating the best possible conditions for ordinary Fijians to prosper and to carve out better lives for themselves and their families. And when we actually grow the size of the national cake like this, not only are we increasing investor confidence in Fiji, but the government can give everyone a bigger slice in the way of more services. But we can only do so if we maintain stability, maintain the unity of our nation, and work together hand in hand for the benefit of every Fijian. I therefore want to take this opportunity to remind everyone, especially cooperative businesses, to always look at the bigger picture, just the very way you have done with your own cooperative. You have looked at the bigger picture. You started with a minuscule amount of money. You are not only forming businesses to improve your livelihood, but you are improving the well-being of your community by creating economic activity and employment, thus having a sustainable and a proactive approach towards development, towards consumption and production of goods and services, and that is vital. In actually doing so, you are contributing a great deal to the Fijian economy and our overall commitments in meeting sustainable development goals on clean water, on sanitation, on gender equality, on decent work and economic growth, on sustainable cities and communities, and responsible consumption and production. So you see, the actual impact extends well beyond your local community. Coming back to today's event, I'm actually convinced that the great days lie ahead of our beloved little town called Korovou, and great opportunities to generate more economic activities, providing more employment opportunities. You know, most people think of Korovou as a sleepy little town, but it's coming alive with a number of projects in recent years. With today's opening, Korovou town will not bring life to the province of Tailegu, but to also the other provinces nearby. Korovou is powering ahead, Rewa and Atasiri are powering ahead, and anyone who hasn't visited this part of Fiji for a decade will be absolutely amazed at the transformation this new infrastructure is bringing. There's a new buzz in the air and a feeling of optimism, and that buzz is right around the country. Now I want to encourage you more, also ladies and gentlemen, what you have done, and as you've explained, gone beyond just wholesaling, you've gone into retailing. People have this misconception about cooperatives. Just because you're a cooperative doesn't mean you need to be small. You need to always think big, exactly what you've done, how you can better support the economy, how you can better support yourselves. You need to think big. You don't need to confine yourselves to a small little box called cooperative, because it's not small. We have a huge industry in Fiji called the tourism industry. We're earning close to $2 billion. But our own local produce it needs to form the majority part of the supply chain. So you need to look beyond that. You also need to look in terms of export. What can we export? You need to look at the world around and in terms of what is needed, what can fetch high prices. So diversification is exactly what you've done. And the next step for you is to explore more and more with respect to maybe exports and actual supply, local supply to our tourism industry, which has grown at a phenomenal pace in the last 5 to 6 years. We need to eventually look at seeing if we don't need to import stuff within our tourism industry. We have a huge amount of things that can be made available locally. So our diversification, as you mentioned, you can actually, it's not just about the dairy, you've got other products that can actually be made available locally. So diversification, critical component of what you do. And always, I remind you always, you are not small, you are part of a big equation. And you must always think that how can we do better for ourselves? And the best way to do it is cooperatives. And I think we've really done well in Fiji, and with those few words of encouragement, I hope you continue, and God bless you all in your new venture. I once again congratulate the Northland Farmers Co-operative, and I want to take also this opportunity to thank those that formed it, those that are around and that may not be around. They certainly had the vision, and you have actually made that vision possible for them. So Vinawadu, thank you very much. Congratulations on the wonderful achievement, and I'm sure you all want to have a chat to me a little later on. Thank you very much.
Come this side. Yes. Yes.
You know, like you say,
we have to grow from here. Please, let's move up to